It's the season finale of Look at This Family of Billionaires Do Capitalism and Pretend to Be Relatable.
You're welcome.
And much like finding out there's no drag race competition in the Olympics, the episode is disappointing.
Ugh. It tastes like fish.
Could there be a more boring season?
Penelope fell asleep, guys.
She did?
Yeah.
Honestly, same Penelope. Ever since Kris got the final cut for the show, we've gotten a lot less Kim loses her earring in the ocean moments, and a lot more Kris might have a health scare, but actually she's fine.
Listen, I'm just happy to be alive in my heart, but in my soul, I want to be 40.
If you ask me, the show has just become Kris funding her family's holiday newsletter in video form.
What an amazing year this has been.
Who knew drama could be phoned in?
Like, why would I? No, I'm not going to change.
But in spite of what we all know to be an over-sanitized season, the season finale does have its moments, like Khloe finally beating Kim at something.
The world needs to know that me, the fat one, is now better than the best one. She was always like, I'm the princess.
And going front row at a Blink-182 concert.
This is the best show so far because you guys are here.
Don't worry, we took the best moments out, so you can save yourself wondering if you'll ever get the hour of watching the full episode back. Spoiler alert, you won't.
Best part of all of it is my family is amazing and we're not going anywhere.
Last time we left Kourtney, she was being followed by the paparazzi in Sydney, while Travis and the band got back together for a tour that had all of us asking, what's my age again? Oh yeah, and how could we forget? Rain had a lot to say about everything.
Mom, can we get a pet of this?
I think it's like a rare...
Yeah, unfortunately you can't keep them as pets.
Also, their poo is so stinky.
It's worth it, probably, how cute he is.
He's back again this week to remind us that being a mom really is hard.
And if you get a bit of slobber on your hands, it's good hair gel as well.
How about you get some hair gel, Mom?
No hair gel for mommy.
But at least this koala's having a good time.
You guys try to find someone to mate with him?
Yeah, so he actually had a visitor this morning.
Oh my God.
Ooh, you got some game.
Somehow, Rain's not as enthusiastic when it's Travis and not a koala.
Stop making out.
I love you.
Then we get to follow Kourtney backstage to an actual concert.
Travis has been touring everywhere in Australia, and this is the first show in Sydney.
To see her living the rock star baby mama life.
You guys are so funny. I'll meet you in there right now.
Okay.
But we don't get to see Rocky.
My babe, he's sound asleep. Oh wait, he just kicked him.
Hi, son.
It sounds like he's doing well.
Oh, that big smile for daddy. That big smile. I love you.
As the song goes, it's all the small things.
Do you like having Rocky at the show?
I do. It's so nice.
Yeah, his first
I
show.
love having you guys.
Kourtney does her ritual pre-show prayer.
Dear Lord Jesus, I pray that you keep a wall of fire around Travis. I pray that you keep him safe on the riser and with the fire and protect his hands.
Which finally makes more sense when we get to see the fire in question. Thankfully, the prayer works, and Travis keeps his hands. You never know. Australia is a deadly place after all. But fortunately, nobody catches fire or chlamydia.
There's something about watching my husband on stage and feeling the energy from the crowd, and it's so fun to be able to bring my kids.
Meanwhile, blood is thicker than water, and apparently Kris has the thickest of all.
He called me up and said, your blood results should be in a museum. That's how good they are for your age.
Then, Kim proceeds to talk about a blood test.
There's this thing called a Horvath test.
A Horvath.
Not a Horvath.
I heard a Horvath. Horvath. A Horvath test. Isn't that what you heard?
That tests your age?
I found this test called a Horvath test. Whoever named it needs to be fired. It measures your biological age, not your chronological age.
Because apparently billionaires have so much healthcare, they're just doing blood tests for fun now.
I'm in for sure. And if it says I'm a year older than 40, I'm going to be pissed.
Then, in the weirdest family outing I've ever seen, Kim, Scott, and Khloe have a sibling bonding day where they get their fingers pricked for this test from the most James Bond villain doctor there is.
Nice to
Are you
see
guys
you.
ready to measure your biological age?
Yep.
We need to collect blood, 6 to 9 drops.
For some reason, they're dressed up in their full hair and makeup for all of this.
God, I'm probably so much older than it says.
Right, that's what I'm afraid about.
No, you're in such good health. Kim's probably gonna be like 15.
This all leads us to wonder, are the Kardashians vampires? Between this and Kim's Fingergate, there's been a lot of bloodshed this season.
Every prick and blood drop, I'm freaking out. The only thing that's saving me is that Scott's doing this test too.
Just when you think we've seen enough blood close-ups, it's Kris's turn.
I'm interested to see if it represents the way I feel inside. So I can't wait to see the results.
And once again, we're shown something nobody asked for. Ironically, the one sister with a vial of her husband's blood doesn't participate.
Oh.
Kourtney, that's not an insult.
Do I look like I'm in my 60s?
When it's time to get their results, Kris gets into her best Elvis cosplay.
This is something else.
Elvis.
A hunka burn and look.
What?
You look like Elvis.
Thank you. That's what I was
Thank you
going
very
for.
much.
Which, for someone who wants to seem young, it's quite the dated reference. The results are in, and to nobody's surprise, having money can make you live longer.
I hope I'm younger. Am I younger before I open it? Just tell me, am I younger?
You're younger, so you should give yourself a pat on the back. Well,
I'm 34!
I think the more impressive thing, Kim, than just the age
She's a
is the
youngster.
effects of aging. 0.82 means you're aging 18% slower than most people at your age.
But the real twist comes when Khloe gets her results.
Okay, I feel so young. Should I pass it on to my younger sister or older sister?
And finds out that not leaving the house does have its benefits.
I've told your mother and your sister that you are all world-class agers. You are a world champion.
Because Khloe's biological age is 28.
Oh my God,
She
Khloe.
is 28 years old.
Chloe's so
Can you sign this with your, PhD or whatever you have, and I could frame it?
Khloe is 28 years old. Good for her.
The fact that they're literally aging backwards means this show is never gonna end, is it?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
That's a scream that I bet they could hear at the Blink-182 concert in Sydney. But the real winner is Scott for this moment.
Your biologic age is the same as your calendar age.
Yeah, there was probably 10, 15 years there when I was
Doing things he shouldn't have been
I was going
doing.
pretty heavy in the stress. Thanks.
Showing that if there's any proof the therapy's working, it's how calm he is while Kris reads him for filth.
Drugs and alcohol were a big stuff. Strippers were involved. Prostitutes, not really.
And
15 years of really beating myself down.
Speaking of therapy, like most people who just started going to therapy, Kim can't stop talking about therapy.
I finally went to therapy.
stop.
And Kourtney pulls her big sister britches on.
Now you see why I wanted you guys to be on it.
And admits she tried to get Kris to go.
I tried to mention it with Mom on the show, and she just kept cutting me off. Do you do therapy or no?
Do you have a cute little dimple in your chin right there?
I think I do.
Do vampires go to therapy? Finally, the family gets together for a casual home-cooked meal at Kylie's. Well, almost.
We are doing a special family dinner at my house. I feel really lucky to have Nobu here to cook for the family.
When the family gets together, they get competitive.
My biological age is 28.
Oh my, we're like the same age.
And guess what? I'm number 7 in the Olympics.
Number 7th in the world of how slow she ages.
Of how slow I'm aging.
So there's no shortage of sibling rivalry.
It's so confusing, and I don't believe it. Like, how many people did this test? Like 10?
Jealousy does not look good on you.
And no phones either.
Everyone except for me, deposit your phone in the basket.
And as they finish dinner, everyone goes around and shares their peaks and pits.
What is the peak and the pit of your day?
The peak of my day is being here with all my grandkids.
Before we go into a montage for each family member to recap the entire season, which we'll spare you from. All just to remind us that most of the season could have been condensed into one episode.
What an amazing year this has been. I feel so grateful, so thankful for all the blessings.
1 year has passed, yet, according to the blood doctor, none of them have gotten any older.
And I still have a child, aka Kendall, that hasn't had a baby yet. So you never know.
Mom, oh my God, you couldn't make this more awkward.
If anything, the best part of this season was seeing Kim work on prison reform.
I'm meeting with Jane Fonda, who is a board member of Homeboy Industries, which is an amazing organization that helps assimilate formerly incarcerated people.
Which, honestly, deserves its own docuseries.
Love you so much, Kim. I love you.
You gave me freedom.
Once I realized that I could make a difference, it was really kind of hard to stop.
Maybe next season there will be a little more drama, even though we know it's a little bad.
I was gonna say, it screams bad for the planet.
Can't help but miss it just a touch. Manifest me some plot, please.
I believe in manifestation, so I would say let's call it manifestation. I'm doing that every single day.
Again, this is Phleek Reality. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.